Okay, so I've had a couple people ask me how to drive a 13 speed. So I'm about to show you guys how to drive. This is a 2015 International Pro Star. So hang on for the ride. I gotta go pick up over in Dallas at the Dannon place over there. So, and it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of traffic over there too. So I can show you guys how to shift up and down and traffic and all that stuff. So here we go. So yeah, I know the lights are on my dash, but all this stuff is being replaced. This is the trailer ABS right here, and I have no idea why that shit's on. It goes on and off. This is an older trailer, so it's gonna go off while we're riding anyway, so it'll be fun. So here we go. So I normally take off in third gear because when I'm because I'll take off in third gear when I'm empty, because it's pointless to take off in low gear or a gear lower than that because you don't need the torque to do that. So now we're getting ready to pull out of this Love's over here. I'm just a little bit south of Fort Worth right now on 35 W. Like the wind's blowing like crazy too. But here we go. I want to check and make sure your trailer's missing over there.
In a quarter mile, use the left lane to take the I-35W North ramp.
Like, I have a habit of doing like this because it reminds me that I'm on the low side of that gear. Yeah, oh, look at this shit. I wasn't expecting for there to be traffic as soon as I get on the damn road. But I guess it's all good training.
Use the left lane to take the I-35.
It looks like this traffic is right here, so. I-35W North. Oh yeah, this is right here. This is 11th gear I just went to. So what you want to do is, every time you get ready to shift, you got to take your foot off the gas. And you find it, like the engine will find its dead spot. And then you just come off the gas and then it falls into gear. And then, see, right now I'm about to go to 12th gear. Go push this back down to the low side. And now I'm in 12th gear. And 12th gear goes at 58 miles an hour. And then you take your foot off the gas and flip this forward. And then it goes into the next gear. To me, it's easy, but people have told me that it is way too difficult to drive. I need some more wiper blades. People have told me it's way too difficult to drive a 13 speed or a manual big truck. But see, the ABS light went off, but I don't know, like this shit here. All this stuff has been repaired. All of it, so I don't know what it is. Even the radar thing in the front's been like, it's been messed with and re-messed with, so I don't know. I just take it that these lights just come on to let me know that they still illuminate. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, so when I hit traffic, I think I'm gonna hit traffic up here, right? Once I get on I-20, you'll see what the traffic I'm talking about, and I'll show how to shift down. And I think I missed, like I was supposed to show you guys how to shift up first, but I don't think about it. You know, I normally shift and drive based off of how it, sound and feel. So it is what it is. So now I guess you're just gonna ride with Derek for a little while. Just jump in the truck. I could drive faster, but there's no point. I don't have to pick up until 3 o'clock and I'm only 28 miles away. So, and it's windy. Yeah, I pick up at the Dannon plant over here. I think I'm getting, I'm going to Publix, so it's probably going to be some juice or something like that. It says C.H. Robinson load, and God knows only knows what they're going to be pulling, what they normally won't pull. They pull everything, so. And it's paying me decently, so hey, it is what it is. like, if I knew that there wasn't going to be any traffic or any of that stuff, I would probably be driving a little bit quicker, but yeah, there's no point in it, honestly. Not, at least not right now anyway, because traffic, I'm in town basically, or I'm almost in downtown Fort Worth right now, so it is what it is. I'll jump on 20, turn the Jake brake on, because okay, so when I got this truck retuned and we got the different turbo put on, I don't have the third stage of my Jake brake anymore. So it's like I turn it on and basically nothing happens. It slows the truck down just a little bit, which kind of sucks because when you're going down the hill and like I was used to using my Jake brake riding down hills and all this stuff, but then like once you don't have that option anymore, it's pretty freaking annoying because I don't know. It's still fun though, and I think I would rather have more power than a Jake brake, honestly. And I get so much better fuel mileage with the bigger turbo, and it's not working nowhere near as hard as the stock one. And the stock one went out almost a year ago. Actually, it was a year ago. So I watched the video on my Facebook memories or whatever. The turbo went out. It was early March of 2020. Then we got this turbo put on in North Carolina, and now it's just been running good. Minus these lights want to come on. Keep left at the fork and smash out across I-20. Okay, so right now I'm in 12th gear, just 12th gear, and yep. Come off the gas, watch. I don't know if you can see my foot or not. Watch my foot, and there you go. Once you get prepared to go to the next gear, you just flip this back or forward, depending on if you're going to a higher gear or lower gear. Because if you're going to a lower gear, you want to push it forward so you can go to the high side of the low side, if that makes the high side of the next lower gear. But yeah, so because I remember when I first learned how to drive a 13 speed, it took me about 20 minutes to figure it out because I've never driven one. I had never driven one before, and that happened in 2014 because I trained my wife KJ on how to drive one. Because that's what she thought she thought it was crazy that I figured it out so quickly. I was like, yeah, well, once you know how to drive a big truck, it's basically all the same thing. You're just splitting gears and hoping for the best, honestly. So right now, like this car here was going too slow, so see, right now I can only go 58 mile an hour in 12th gear. So yeah, just jump on I-20 and hope for the best. I think I'm gonna record all the way till my pickup. All the way to the pickup because it's just fun. And I've had people ask me, why do I like driving trucks so much? This is why I like driving trucks. Because I am in Dallas. Why are you stopping? See, this is what irritates me. See, right now I just went back down to 12th gear because everybody started slowing down and all that stuff. And highly, I don't know. But yeah, like driving trucks to me is so fun. You jump on the interstate and you just take off. Smash out right like this little ride that I have right now. It's going out to Monday at I forgot what time. It is windy as shit. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but this wind is insane. And I'm deadheading, so it's deadheading is when you're empty. Because I had a couple other people ask me, what's the difference between bobtail and deadhead? Bobtail is when you don't have a trailer, and deadheading is when you have a trailer but nothing in it. And loaded is obviously when the trailer is loaded. So I'm gonna set the cruise on 69 because the summer of 69. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so this is a little bit of what it's like to be a truck driver for me, anyways. I've had some people say that driving trucks is stupid. I've had some people tell me that I'm too smart to drive trucks, and I don't feel like they know me that well. But yeah, so it's just, I know for me, driving trucks is so relaxing, jumping on the interstate and yelling at people I'll never meet in my life, like the traffic that I hit a few seconds ago. I'm mad at those people, and all they did was hit the brakes because they were about to miss their exit or whatever. But this is fun to me. And I don't think that everybody could do. I feel like anybody could drive a truck if they put their effort into it, but they were to think about it. Because I've seen people start driving trucks that should not be driving trucks, but it's decent money in it, so they do it, you know? Oh, okay. So right here, this is I'm passing the Waxahachie sign, the Waxahachie, Texas sign right here. To go that way, US 287 or whatever. Anyway, the first time I heard someone say Waxahachie, this guy said Waxahachie, and I could not stop laughing. That happened in June of 2013. My trailer had messed up, and he was over there repairing the trailer. He was like, yeah, he's from Waxahachie. That had to be the funniest shit I had heard in my life at that point. Because the way he said it, it was just hilarious. I was probably laughing way too hard at something that probably wasn't as funny as I thought it would be, but hey, it's life of Derek. See, right now, and also you also want to remember that whenever you're shifting, you might have to hit the gas to rev match the motor or the engine to the wheel, to your wheel speed. I am probably the worst teacher right now because I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video to figure out how to drive a 13-speed big truck, you're not learning anything, because this is what it's like in my head, because I'm constantly thinking about the next thing and all this stuff. So like right now, I'm just like, sometimes I hit the clutch to go into high gear because it locks up. So you have to hit the clutch to put the engine in neutral so that you can go to the next higher gear. But yeah, so I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I get really nervous when it comes to making a video, and then YouTube takes a really long, like the video that I just put up of me and my brother riding bikes around Stone Mountain. That video took 4 days to upload, and I have no idea, and I had perfect signal. It took 4 days for that video to go up, and I recorded that video about probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, but yeah, so, yep. So we just jump on the interstate and ride out. It looks like I'm gonna stay on I-20 all the way, pretty much all the way to my pickup. Showing 19 miles away, 22 minutes. So, we'll see. We'll see. And this shit here, this shit beeps and whatnot to let you know when you're too close to the vehicle in front of you, which is very annoying, because sometimes people will get in front of you and slow down for no reason. But what ends up happening, I'm pretty sure that it's helped me out a couple of times, but it'll slam on brakes way too hard, and I feel like that will cause you to have an accident more than me gently hitting the brakes and slowing down slowly. But they say, like, this is an old fleet truck. This is an old night truck that we bought back in 2019. I think we got it in June or July of 2019. We bought it in June, or like Siri started talking to me for some reason, which I don't understand why. Hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn her off. But yeah, because I don't know, she just started, like, I don't know why Siri starts talking. And this creature, well, there's no reason to drive faster because I'm just gonna get the traffic quicker, so it's pointless. But yeah, so, but this is a little bit of what it's like riding in the truck. And I think when I come off the exit, I will demonstrate how to downshift and go to the low side of the transmission and all that stuff. My buddy, actually, his transmission went out and it was $6,800 to get replaced, and this is his second transmission in his truck, which I was like, good Lord. And this truck has, let me see how many miles it got. I got 606, I just zipped right past it. 661,065 miles on this truck. And I think I have more miles than he does. I've been 1,000 miles on this set already, so that ain't too bad. And I like keeping it on the instant mileage, instant mile per gallon, because it lets me know like what RPM, where my good RPM is and whatnot. Because I've been driving for probably 100 miles. I have driven 100 miles before at 75 miles an hour, and I averaged 8 miles a gallon, but it was completely flat, which I love that. Because 8 miles a gallon, shit, son. You know, that's more money going in my pocket than not in the damn gas tank. Wow. Yeah, so it looks like traffic's coming up here because it's all yellow on the navigation screen. So, and I saw a sign that said no trucks left lane. I wonder which left lane were they referring to, because I'm definitely riding in this lane. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the hammer lane over there, because I normally live in the hammer lane, but I don't need to now because, like I said, there's no point in hauling ass because I don't have to pick up till 3 o'clock, and it is 13:20, so 1:20 right now. Oh shit, 13:20. So yes, anyone that drag races knows about 13:20, like the quarter mile, because the quarter mile is 1,320 feet. Yeah, but yeah, so there are these signs all over Texas right now: drive sober or get pulled over, plan and all this shit. To me, I think I've driven drunk probably, or drunk and drove a couple of times, and like literally twice, 2 or 3 times, and that was when I lived in New York, and I was at my buddy's house, and I drove my car from his house to my house, and that was 2 houses down. It was like 2 or 3 houses down, because it was my house and then Marston's house and then Phil's house. Yeah, so it was 2 houses down. And I have no idea why this truck vibrates at damn. That was the wrong gear. So right now I am in this 13, 12, 13, 10, 11. I'm in 9th gear right now. I am in 9th gear, and let me see, I'm going up to 7th gear. Let's see what they got going on up here. It looks like they had a wreck up here or something. It looks like they had a wreck up here or something. Huh. Let's see. Oh, see, this is what causes freaking traffic. When people want to rubberneck and see, that's just probably going that way. Probably going on the westbound side, looks like. At least from where I'm sitting at, it looks like it's on the westbound side, but everybody want to stop and look and rubberneck. This is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in 5th gear now. Okay, so you're probably laughing at me because I don't know what gear number I'm in, what gear I'm in, but I know what position my transmission, my shifter needs to be in whenever I'm shifting. I know what position it is. That's why I have to that's why I'm like going, that's why I have to count up and down and whatnot to figure out, to help me remember what gear it is. And then I'm gonna slow down a little bit, press the clutch in. Throw it up in 2nd gear, and then throw it back down in 3rd gear. And yeah, now we're gonna sit here and wait for these jagaloons, because apparently they want to see all of what the fuck is going on over there. This is really what gets on my nerves. But I would much rather be driving a truck than sitting in an office and having to deal with some boss that feels like because they didn't get their wife don't love them no more, that they have to get mad at me. This is, to me, this is so much freedom. Just riding in the truck and dropping loads and picking up trailers and all this shit. I love it. Huh. Yep. I'm pretty sure, like, if you drive truck, you know how to shift just like a regular straight 10, a 10 speed, a straight 10, where you just go 1 through 10 or whatever. And this is very similar, but you just have to split the high side. You split, when that comes up, you could split it, because if you notice now, this little splitter right here goes back and forth, but when it's on the low side, it doesn't move at all. So yeah, it feels like my camera's crooked. And like when you're shifting, all you do is just take your foot off the glass, and this is called floating for people that don't understand, that don't know. This is called floating gears, because you don't, like, well, sometimes you hit the clutch. Sometimes you hit the clutch, or other times you just feather the gas a little bit to get the RPMs up or down, or depending on what you're trying to do. And then you just see, like right now, I'm not even hitting the clutch or whatever, and then like you can hit the gas and find that dead spot, and it just drops in gears. Crazy. And these transmissions aren't synchronized, so that makes it a shitload easier to float gears. See. Yeah, so who's gonna let me over? You gonna let me over? Nope, apparently not that guy. That is not a 392. That is a 292. That is absolutely a 292. Look at that shit. I guess they couldn't afford a 392. Ain't hating on them. But yeah, so now you just banging gears. Oh, that's what I'm doing. So what are y'all doing today? It's freaking rainy out here in Texas, so I don't know what everybody else is doing out there. So leave a comment below and let me know what everybody's doing on this Saturday. This is March 13th, Saturday, March 13th. Yep, so all right, here we go. So this is 6th gear. You flip this little switch right here, bam, that's 7th gear. And then before you go down to 8th gear, or up to 8th gear, you push this back, and then it goes in gear. You take your foot off the gas, and it drops in, it shifts. It's a lot of understanding throttle pressure and all that shit. Throttle pressure and how it's supposed to sound. That's 9th gear. That's 10th gear. And then you flip this forward, take your foot off the gas, so the RPMs drop, and then it goes into gear again. Pull that back, drop it down to 12th gear. Well, up to 12th gear. I keep saying down, but because I'm pulling the shifter back, it feels like it's going down. And then, like, sometimes when your RPMs are too high, you have to hit the clutch, drop the RPMs down, and then it drops into gear. And then I like setting the cruise control, because like I don't like when I've ridden with people before that can't maintain constant throttle pressure where it goes up and down. Like their foot can't stay on the gas at a constant pressure, and that gives me car sickness. It's weird. I end up getting dizzy and all that. It's freaking weird. Because I was riding in the car with my sister. She has a Honda Accord. I was riding with her and she was just like, I was like, oh. I felt like I was about to puke. See, why are these people stopping? Dropping into 12th gear. They let me over there, girl? Yep, they let me over. Yep, like they ain't got their damn gas cap on. They must have been in a real hurry. Duluth Trading Company. I looked at getting some of those pants. Those pants like $100 a piece. There is no way. Well, the pants that I'm wearing right now, I got these from Buckle back in July of 2013. And the reason I bought these is because my they have the same name as me. Like this cut of jean is called the Derek cut. That is literally the only reason why I bought them. And I thought these were ridiculously expensive. They were like $93 or $92 or something. And that's probably why I still have them, honestly. I still have them because they cost so much. To me, they're expensive. I've seen much more expensive pants. Like these, I don't know, like a bunch of pants that cost way too much freaking money. Just way too much money. I hope nobody jumps out in front of me, because people, like, I think there's an exit coming up right up here, and people like to jump over in front of big trucks because they don't want to ride behind us. And then that causes me to like slam on brakes and cause catastrophes behind me. That actually causes traffic because it takes me so much longer to get speed up, you know? So that causes like a domino effect behind me. It's crazy. You see, I am 11 miles away, 12 minutes away from my pickup. So, yeah. In a quarter mile, keep left to stay east on I-20 East. Oh, Summit. There's a Summit down in Georgia, down by McDonough. I don't know if that's McDonough or Starbridge or whatever. Anyway, I love going in there just looking, because I look at all the stuff that I could possibly buy, and then I think about how much it costs, and I think about all the other stuff that I could do with $1,000 or $500 or whatever, and I end up not buying anything, which is also why I won't buy a new vehicle, because I think about all the other stuff that I could do with that money besides buy something that I want. It's weird. I have a weird way of looking at money. Mostly because like that truck smells like it's burning oil or something, because I smell oil up there. And he has his hazards on, so there's probably something going on with his truck. But yeah, like I am so, like I get really terrified when it comes to me buying me something that I want. Like, which is, I want another four-wheel. I want a Can-Am XMR 1000. I'm probably going to end up getting one, either getting a Can-Am XMR 1000 four-wheeler or the Turbo RR RC, all these damn letters and numbers, but it's a Can-Am, the rock crawler, the RC edition, the rock crawler one. It looks pretty badass, and I want one. I really want one, because either that or the XMR 1000 four-wheeler. Because I sold my four-wheeler last summer, like mid-summer last year, to my buddy, and I don't think he just got tired of messing with it, because Can-Ams, they have the most power. To me, but whenever you have to do something to them, it seems like you have to rebuild the whole damn thing, because there's so many parts on them that require that you have to take apart, and that is very annoying. I remember the first time I did an oil change on that damn thing. It took me 3 hours to do an oil change, because you got to take the footrest off, or the footboard off. You got to take so much stuff off. The whole side of the engine, it seems like, just to change the oil. And these little push pins that go in there, I may or may not have put, like, I think it was probably 15 or 20. I put like 5 back in there, and it was still just as sturdy as it was when it had all those extra ones in there. So yeah, fuck that. But I still want Can-Ams. Like, the first four-wheeler I ever bought was a Can-Am. It was a Can-Am XMR 570. And when I first bought that four-wheeler, that was the most fun. Like, the whole process of buying it, the process of buying it was so fun, man. Because I didn't plan on buying one. I like going to go look at stuff. And my wife went downstairs and told the guy that I wanted a four-wheeler. And I was like, the fuck, who is this dude coming here talking to me about like buying a four-wheeler? I came here to look and then go pick my kids up. And then 3 hours later, they gave me a trailer to pull my four-wheeler to the house. So I was like, dang, okay. I bought it from Extreme Power Sports down in Columbus. And that's another story that goes along with that too, because the one that I was going to buy was outside. It was used, but they already had sold it, and the salesman didn't know that it was already sold. So I ended up getting a brand new four-wheeler for the used four-wheeler price. And I was quite excited about that. They took it out the box. They took it out the crate. They had to put the wheels and all that on it and all that. That was fun. That was a pretty cool day. That was a pretty cool. I think it was back in March of 2017 when I got that thing. Yeah, I was living out in Loganville. I remember when I broke my leg on that damn thing, which that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, because I don't feel like talking about my agony. So if you drive trucks, how many of you guys people watch? Because I have a weird habit of just watching people. It's weird. It makes me feel creepy. But I just have a fascination with what people are thinking about while they're driving and all that stuff. That's probably what, I don't know, 408 south and 2.5 miles. Okay, so yeah, like, because I'm constantly thinking about everything in the world, I wonder who else is, oh shit, all those Corvettes. Dang, that's kind of cool. 101. That's kind of cool. See, this is what it's like riding in the truck, because I even forgot what I was talking about, because I saw those cars over there. It was like a whole line of Corvettes over there. I have no idea how many there was, but that looks like fun. I bet my boy would have been happy as shit around with those motherfuckers. Yep, there I come off on exit 4, was it 460? Oh, shit, stay in lane, Derek. Oh, I delivered over here last week sometime. What? Where did I deliver it? Oh yeah, right here. It was shit, I don't forgot the name of the place, but it was right here on Mountain Creek Parkway. Come off, go around the curve, and it's right up there. Okay, so there are two lines right there. Well, I don't know which one I need to be in, so I'll just go straight and look for the best. No, that wasn't it. It was right up here. Because there's a Texas Best barbecue place at that truck stop. 5.3 miles till I get there. I'm trying to see. Yeah, this is right here, Mountain Creek Parkway, exit 458. You come off, make a left, and go down. And that's the truck stop that I was at last Sunday. So I was sitting there last Sunday just hanging out. Dog, it is windy as shit. There's a Cummins place right there. I'm pretty sure they will never work on this truck again. Fairly certain they'll never work on this truck again. But yeah, that's why I was flying my drone at last Sunday. Because I was in Dairyland though. So what's that? 408 Clark Road. Yep. Yep. So speed limit is 70, and look at this Jag on driving 60 miles an hour. That's also what causes traffic from people that just get on the road and drive freaking slow as pay dirt. Let's get physical, physical, let's get physical, physical.
Keep left at 4.
Yep. Whee! See, now these motherfuckers on the foot.
Texas 408 for 3 miles.
Yep. Go around these curves. Just, those bikes about to fly around here. They're gonna come up here. They probably gonna fly past me like I'm standing still. Yeah, they're gonna come around here and come over here. They're gonna be on my left. Oh man.
2 miles. Take the Texas 303.
You can hear them getting on it right now. There it goes. There it goes. Oh my. I love that shit, man. Bro, they didn't get on it. They probably got to like 100 just then and then slow down because they're probably talking to each other. I thought they were going to get on it harder than that, but yeah, it is what it is. I was thinking about buying me a motorcycle. I'm still thinking about it. Like, whenever I go to my little brother's house, whenever I his looks like one of those Street Fighter bikes because it doesn't have all the fairings and all that on it. But he has a Gixxer 600, which I like it. To me, it's fast as hell. It's the fastest thing I ever rode on. And people say that those bikes are slow. And to me, in like third gear, you give it that much throttle, and it feels like the damn thing's gonna throw you off the back of it. So, it must be a funeral or something. Dude, does everybody haul ass out here? Where are they going? Motor cars? So yeah, so you got 2 more minutes to ride with me in the truck. And so whenever this thing's going, so you just hit this little button right here and it like resets it all and turns it off. But it comes on whenever you set the cruise control. Like whatever, I can set the cruise at 75 miles an hour, it still goes bang. And I'm obviously not about to hit anything. Well, jump over here on Keist Boulevard, or Keist, or however you Keist, I don't know how to pronounce that. K-I-E-S-T, tell me how to pronounce that. To me it looks like Keist. Keist. A Keist is just a Keist. Okay, so Siri calls it Keist Boulevard. Keist Boulevard. Okay, so now I just threw it back in neutral. You should never do that, ever. Because I remember when I was in truck driving school, I did that, and that dang, the instructor got mad as hell at me. He was like, no, Derek, you're gonna kill us. I was like, man, shut up. Well, I didn't say that, I was thinking it. But yeah, this is, I just shifted from 3rd to 4th, this is 4th to 5th. Go to the high side, 6th gear, 7th gear, 8th gear. Oh no, this is a terrible habit of mine. 9th gear. 9th gear goes about right at 40, 38 to 40. Yeah, about 38. 10th gear goes to almost 45. 11th gear goes to about 50, 55. Well, about 50, 52. Well, I don't know. I'm getting ready to turn in here, so yeah. But this is my pickup right here. This smells like ass over here. God dang. I probably should have turned in right there, but apparently I like to do things the hard way and come in from down here. But okay, so if I come in from this side, it makes it a side backup, because if you're ever driving truck and you have to do a blind side, I know for me, I get out like way too many times because I do not want to bump into someone. Because I may or may not have bumped into several trucks in my truck driving career. Yep, 3333 Dan Morton Drive. Yep, so go ahead and pick up and head to Lakeland, Florida. Yep. So yeah, well, like and subscribe and leave a comment below, and I'll see y'all later on. Later.